Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 29 of Direwolf20's FortressCraft Evolved series. I've been digging out a little bit of the tunnel system, sometimes missing where I'm digging. There we go. Behind and underneath the missile assemblers that I've got. And I've placed some power storage units here, because that's what we're going to want to do. And currently trying to manage what I'm doing. So I'm coming up with a plan of attack for power. No, that's not it. That's spoiled. Okay. I know I've got copper pipes in one of these dudes around here. These are copper pipes. Trying to keep my inventory clean at the same time that I'm doing all this work. So the OET is charging again, up to 1.5%. Nice. Almost not sure that I really want to keep it going, but that's alright, we'll let it do its thing. Down here, we want to get these things running. So I've placed power storage units here. I've also got back here a little path going, and I think what I'm going to do, if I've got enough, 5 of these is what I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't look half bad. And then, what if I were to put... So let's say that we wanted to go from the center one. Right, so that to there and that to there. And this center one can go here and here. And that should be groovy. So the center one is this guy. That's where all the power is going to flow out from. So this we might even want to have be tier 3, but we'll see. So for now, to get power into that center one, I'm going to have this here. Straight up to there-ish. Interesting. Like that. And what we should see now is a bunch of stuff that might even want this to be a tier 3, which will mean that this will have to become a tier 3. Keep that going. These guys should all start filling up in theory now. Unless I did something pretty dumb, which is always possible. Did I miss something here? Am I shooting at the wrong one? Yeah, I'm shooting at the wrong one. Derp. That's number 2. This is number 3 that I'm sitting under. So we want, actually, not you, but you to be the one filling up. So let's remedy that. What I could put, is this actually it? Just for testing purposes. Yes. So what I could have is a tier 3 power cell right there. Let's borrow one from somewhere that doesn't really need it for the time being, and then I'll go craft a new one. Do you really need to exist? Probably not. For now. I'll put a new one back if I need it. So this can be another tier 3. That'll start sharing power. So this can be tier 2. This doesn't need to be a tier 3 guy anymore. This doesn't need to exist. And there we go. Large amounts of power pumping in here. And then this should start distributing pretty quickly. And if I have to replace those with tier 3s, I can as well. Why don't I get a few tier 3 power cells, because I'm getting a little bit low on that. So, power storage, Mark 3. Need some more tin plates. Plate makers, tin, go. Because if these center ones are tier 3, they'll be able to distribute power a little bit easier. I feel like. Did I do the wrong thing here? Yeah, this is the center one. So let's count 1, 2, 3. There we go. So you'll be able to receive energy that much faster, and then you'll be able to distribute energy that much faster. And that should be pretty cool. And hopefully that's enough to keep all 5 missile guys going. So look, we've got basic missile. You haven't actually crafted anything yet. Why might that be? Remove. Oh, you're crafting. All right, you're in progress. Cool. And then this guy, you're crafting as well, right? Good. So everybody's got the appropriate amount of power. I just have to let that settle for a few minutes. I don't know how much power these guys use. Is it telling me here as I'm looking at it? Those guys are full, that's why you're complaining. Desires 8 power per second. Okay. So the blue lasers do definitely more than 16, isn't it? 16. Yeah. Alright, yeah. That should be plenty of juice, to be honest with you. So this whole area should be fine in terms of power use. And like I said, I can expand this as needed so that we can produce more missiles. You ready? Let's do this. This. That's already hooked. That's already hooked. Cool. Oh, that's why these weren't backlogging. I already had missile dudes there. Awesome. Very cool. All right. So now this thing should start going here, and then we'll just carry along, right? Boom, 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 until we get to the point where our missile launchers are nice, already loading up. Very cool. All right. So something else I want to check out today are solar panels. Solar panels are apparently pretty useful, and I want to try them. I want to go with the Mark II solars, though. I want to jump straight into that. Mark II solar panel components require, you get 3 of them for 3 solar panels and some crystal deposit. Collects a medium amount of energy during the day, can only be placed in a flat 3x3. I just want to make sure that there's no more stuff in here that I really want. Armor piercing warhead. Yeah, we'll check out upgrading warheads in a bit. Minecart stuff. Never got around to minecart stuff. All projects are completed. Cool. So let's do solar panels. So we're going to want 9 of these, right? Cool. Flat 3x3 configuration on top of a research lab, refinery, or large power storage units. So for testing purposes, I want to see how this works out. So a Mark IV power, we're going to need in total 27 tier 3 powers, right? So we're definitely going to need those tin plates that I was cooking up. And I might even set up a second set. Boom. You have a lot more work to do. Get to work. Alright, so that's going to take a few. Let's see what my defense situation is. So I've got some Mark IIIs ready. I've got some Mark IIs. Debating how I might want to set up some more defenses around my base. Because clearly, prior defense is not sufficient for what I was trying to accomplish. Let's make a few more power storage Mark IIs. Probably where all my tin went, to be honest with you. All those power storages I was making. Mark III lasers are pretty good. And maybe a couple Mark IIs here as well. Like... there we go. Here... nice. Alright, so we've really got a decent amount of base defense going on, but we could always use more. Oh good. I like that the pristine items don't decay quite as quickly as the non-pristine ones, because it means that a significant time that's passed after a battle, you can run around and collect just the pristine armor parts, which are, as we know, very useful for crafting stuff. The ruined parts, not so much. Oh boy, ran out of juice. Let's turn off that jetpack. Arthur, go charge up for me, would you, buddy? Stop healing me. Go charge up. Thank you. So I'm thinking I'm going to want a tier 4 storage cell, solar panels on top, and maybe even more defenses. So we're going to have to plan that out a little bit. So let's come back in a minute. I'm going to do a little bit of crafting, and then we will try out solar panels and see how good they are in relation to the jet turbines. All right, guys, one more thing I want to try and remedy here. Let's see, do I have extrusion plans? I've got a bunch of stampers on me. Should have extrusion plans over here. I've noticed that my extrusion plan and copper coiler thingy can't keep up with the demand that is currently on it for copper wire, for the gold wires and the copper tubes and whatnot. So I'm gonna need a couple more of those. So 2 extrusion plants. That's exactly what I wanted, actually. Whoosh. And this should speed up my missile production even more. Once we cleared out the backlog here, we were definitely suffering a bit. So if we did extrusion, like that, that should speed up the wiring piece of things. There we go, nice. Now, for the pipes, this is again getting to the point of, all right, Dyer, you've made this a little too compact, and now you have to work around the corner that you've painted yourself into. But extrusion, crafting. So let's do that. Pipe extrusion there. I'm hoping that this will work. I don't know if it will, but we're gonna find out. If I put you here, no, you don't seem to want to work like that, do you? Bad direwolf. The other thing I can do, I mean, I could relocate this gold setup. I could just move it over a little bit more, and then it would be less tied up into things. Maybe I'll do that briefly. Yeah, let's do that. That's probably for the best. Let me come back in a second once I figure out exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, I just want to try one more approach. Let's see, what if we did this? Is that cool? Now if I do that, and I do this, will that be good? Because if so, then I'm alright, I think. That looks good. Alright, so that doubled it. Now I should be able to also do something like this. So again, I've kind of compacted this a little too much, but it's what I do. You guys know. You guys know the routine. I go for compact, and then I'm like, I want to expand it, but I don't have enough room. That's what happens. So I don't think I need to do this then. So let's get these guys back, right? Because we can still do this, this. Oh wait, no. This. That works, right? Cool. So now we've got pretty much tripled the output of our copper tubes and gold wire, and hopefully that will increase the speed at which we can produce stuff that we need. Nice. All right, let's go see how my tin is going then. Uh-oh, missiles are firing. That's definitely a sign that we've got some bad things incoming. Part of me wants to, like, stop missiles from firing, but the other part of me wants to see how well my production keeps up with the firing rate of my missiles, so I don't know what's going to happen. We'll let them just shoot and then get things later. So that's a large amount of tin plates, so that will hopefully be enough to make large amounts of... Mark III storage. Nice. So let's go build this. I'm thinking like maybe down here-ish? I don't know. You know what I could do? I could start clearing away some of this area. Let me do that. I don't think there's any need for this little hill here. Alright, missiles firing like crazy in the background there. That's fine though. We're going to do that. Cool. So let's try it out, shall we? So let's start it with here, because this is a nice central-ish location. That should be good. Tier 4 battery, 0 out of 270. Now, I believe it's just 3x3 of solar panel, right? So let's see what these bad boys look like. It doesn't look terrible. Nice. Collecting a rate of 287 power a second. That's not bad. That's actually really good. I mean, I think it only works during the day, but sure, why not? I'll take that. Very interesting. So you know what I could do is build a couple of these around the base, and then let's do this. Where's my weapons? Mark II. Crafting. Need some more of those conductive PCBs, which is gold. Let's go with 100. Because we'll use them eventually. Now, how's my missile production doing? Not terrible, but not great. Definitely shooting lots of missiles. How's my threat? Pretty high. Over 7,000. Okay, good to know. I wish the missiles would be a little bit more conservative about who they shoot at, but that's okay. I don't think there's much I can do with that. I said this was going to eventually be a thing for missiles to go down. I don't know if they're going to eventually get there or not. But yes, what I can do is kind of, in theory, I can just kind of stack laser turrets all around this thing, right? And this is going to be a very large battery. So by the time it starts shooting, it should be full. So basically we'll store a bunch of battery power here. The lasers will drain it. If it's nighttime, it'll be okay. It'll take a while before that huge amount of power dissipates. That's kind of cool. I like that. I'm gonna make another one of those. Maybe on the other opposite corner? Are we like not producing any more of this stuff? I should probably go collect a little bit more tin. Power storage Mark III. I have a little bit more tin plates to get. Everything over here I want to check on because now it's been a few minutes. But yeah, see how we have a decent backlog of everything? So now our slowdown is just the speed at which missile launchers can produce, not the speed at which we're producing the copper and gold components. So we're in good shape here. How about this? This is still at 100. So we're producing this just as fast as we can. Pretty much missile production's awesome right now. You know, obviously it could be larger. But it's backstuffed, which means we're producing as much as we can, as fast as we can, which absolutely is good enough for me. Cool. We should have a ton of tin back here, by the way. 1,200 tin in one shot. Backstuffed. Not bad. And how's our tin vein doing? Because we're going to have to move this soon. I know it's getting low. 69,000 ore left. And how's our good old tin producing thing? Storage had 3,600 left to go. We're cool. Missiles a-flying. Might want to cut off. What I'm going to do is just like cut this line off because I don't want missiles to keep flying off. I want to go laser defense first, and then when I see those giant boss things, activate the missile defense and let them start cruising. And ooh, I've got another idea. Yes, I have another idea. Something else I want to try for missile defense. I could have a second round of missile defense ready to go. That might be what I put over here. Because remember that missile imbuer that requires like 50,000 power, right? Huge amounts of power. Like this stores 270, right? So it's like 1/5 of these power things. Which is crazy. That might be a cool approach. Let's do this first. Let's get still more tin plates. Back in a minute when they're ready. So one thing I want to test real quick is organic solar panels. So they require a decent amount of pristine light and heavy chitin, like a 15 heavy chitin, so they better be good. But I want to see what they're about. So let's get you down here. So just out of curiosity, must be built upright. Now you tell me. Let's just put it like here and see. It's nighttime. I don't think it tells me on here. Initializing. Collecting at a rate of 30%, and current rate is 13. So that would be like around 100 power per second, right? Am I wrong? No. 13, no, times 3 is like 36. That's not that great. I don't want you. You're a waste of my time. You can go sit over here. There you go. Help that out, would you? Mark IIs are definitely the way to go. They require a heavy amount of crystal investment, but I can manage. Nice. So maybe, like, over here, we'll have another similar setup. I didn't realize the solar panels, the Mark II solar panels at least, were quite so good for quite so little investment. I mean, obviously the crystals is pretty heavy, but we don't need a lot of crystals in general, so I'm okay with those being heavy. Let's go grab our gold. PCBs. The only thing is that the tier 3 lasers do have a pretty heavy investment with regards to the bug eyes, but we're okay with those at the moment. Make like 10 more of these. Yeah, pristine faceted eyes. We're getting a little bit low on, but honestly. So yeah, these guys currently, 0, collecting at a rate of 27 power per second. So they're really weak at night, but I mean, it's a solar panel. You wouldn't expect it to operate that well at night. And obviously we can expand to have even more lasers on here in a bit, but I'm just kind of... I'm not going to say being super conservative with my resources at the moment, but conservative enough. Okay, that's good. Nice. So this thing's probably losing power, but look, we've already got 91,000 power in there, and these guys really only need a small amount of power per shot. Like, this uses power per shot is 32. So that's actually pretty cool. How much does the tier 3 need? 32. Okay, nice. So that's pretty good, in my opinion. So we'll come back in a minute. Uh-oh, looks like giant bug coming my way. Let's get the missile production going up. There we go. Missiles, do your thing. Find that target, please. Not that way. Shoot at that thing. What are you guys shooting at? There we go. Hit this thing. Nice. Took him down. That was awesome. Look at all these good animal parts and stuff we got going on over here. Look at this. So much pristine. I love it. There's probably a bunch in all directions, to be honest with you. But now that we know the boss monsters are coming, I'm hoping that they, like, prioritize the larger monsters or whatever. I don't know how they know what to shoot at. They just decide to shoot. We had about 100 in here. That's still going. We had, alright, used 30 in here. So we are getting a decent backlog of missiles when they're not firing, but I don't know if we're keeping up with the firing rate of them all. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it, to be honest with you, and maybe expand that missile production line. You know, this is not terribly hard to expand at this point. It's just a matter of repeating what we've already done and hoping that we don't, you know, run into production of copper and gold issues, but that's okay so far, as is the production of these things. We might be getting a little bit low on empty fuel canisters, but I mean, we'll just kind of deal with that as the time comes. Yeah, look, another big guy. Oh, another big guy, I said. A lot more big guys. That is a large number of bad guys. Big. Not good. Come on, lasers. Do your thing. What do I got here that I can boost this with? Tier 3s. Let's go, guys. Just gonna put as many tier 3s here as I can because obviously that's gonna help. He's getting a little bit low on power. Could really use some daylight at this point, but he's still storing a decent amount. This thing didn't quite get full. I would have liked that. This thing really doesn't generate enough power to make it worth sending the thing in there, but nice, taking him down. That's what I want to see. And the more faceted eyes I get, the better, because it means, you know, more tier 3 lasers, less reliance on missiles. Obviously, missiles are a huge help, but the more tier 3 lasers I have, the better. Make as many as I can. Conductive PCBs. I think I've got more of the big green eyes around here somewhere, though. Maybe not. I think I have actually been using them. This is where they would be. So we are getting low on faceted eyes. I'm gonna go explore and see what kind of loots we got around here. There should be some. I've been seeing... Oh, out of power. Great. Arthur. Arthur! Come on, dude. This is the part where you heal me. Oof. There we go. Okay. Arthur. Alright, making it back, making it back. Nice. Alright, back in a second. Okay, just to help with this until daylight comes around. There, and here. That should help, I think. There we go. helping to boost that. So far we're holding the fort, guys. We're doing all right. This thing should be powering up again a little bit because of... Yeah, see, it's going in, but it's probably already distributing a bunch of that power to the lasers. Daytime would be a better time to be attacked. Believe it or not, I think we're actually surviving these attack waves. My only concern is that I know it's going to get worse, because we're at 7,700 threat right now, and we're only at 5% charge on the OET. So my concern, therefore, is that these things are going to get nastier as time goes by. So I think what we'll do is wrap up the episode here. We're clearly surviving. We are running low on missiles. We are about to run out of our backlog of missiles. So maybe off camera, maybe next episode, we'll see. I'll come back, I'll extend this line so we can increase our missile production a little bit more. And then we'll just kind of see how stuff goes. And hopefully we can survive getting off this nasty alien planet. For now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Solar panels are cool. They could just, I could use more daytime on this planet. Daytime seems to be few and far between. Alright guys, take it easy.